welcome back to Cabin View Ventures. We have a pretty cool unboxing to do today. This is an accessory from Wolfe Ridge that should cut our cycle time almost in half on this 35 high output. One of my viewers tipped me off to this. I didn't even know Wolfe Ridge made these, so thank you very much for that. But as soon as I found out about it, I reached out to Wolfe Ridge. Those guys are so great to deal with. They respond almost instantly. They had these in stock and they got this out to me in under a week. So really excited to get this on and try it out. Now, I'm hoping my voice holds out for this whole video. I'm fighting laryngitis right now, probably because the weather around here has been absolutely terrible. We are on day 10 of straight no sun, 100% cloud cover, and 10 straight days of rain. So they weren't calling for this. This kind of came out of nowhere. And I think they said this is the first time since the 70s that we've had this stretch of weather in Pennsylvania. So that was before I was born. So quite a while ago. But it's kind of putting us back on a lot of things right now. We've got a lot of yard work to do. I've got a lot of firewood splitting and cutting to do. So hopefully, looks like tomorrow the weather's going to clear up. So hopefully we can get back to, normal work around here. And hey, this is also a great time for any of you new viewers that have not subscribed. If you enjoy anything outside related, so we do a lot of firewood content. We live in the woods. We've got a log house in the woods. So a lot of property maintenance, everything that comes along with having a rural property and maintaining it and running a small firewood business. So if you enjoy that kind of content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and keep coming back for more videos because I think you will really enjoy them. Before we unbox this, I actually want to show you guys something else I just picked up. Alright, so I just got one of these tow-behind aerators. I'm hoping this thing works pretty well. This is an AgriFab 48-inch plug-style aerator. These work a lot better than the spikes because these will actually pull plugs out of the ground. But this one I will tow behind the zero turn. So I was supposed to get this done last week, but with all the rain we've had, I have not been able to get to this. And you don't want to do this when your yard is completely saturated. You'll just make a big muddy mess. So what we have going on, we have a lot of clay around here. So this ground gets compacted pretty easily. So we definitely need to aerate every year. But on top of that, I'm always driving through here with the equipment, mainly the side-by-side. So you can see we have this bare spot here. Right down in here is all bare. The grass is super tall right now because we haven't been able to cut for so long. But you can see we just struggled to get this to grow. And then it's the same thing going up this hill here. This is a pretty high traffic area for me, and I seed this twice a year. It comes in really nice, and then as soon as we get some summer heat or a little bit of drought, it dies out and it turns back into this. So I am trying out a new grass seed on top of aerating. Let me clear some toys out of the way here. So this is all Pro Teams mix. Now this is supposed to be meant for high traffic areas. Fast establishment, it can tolerate drought and heat. I'll show you the mix on it. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. So it has a lot of tall fescue. over 50%, actually over 75% tall fescue, which is what we want for around here. And then a little bit of perennial ryegrass. Weed seed is 0. This is good stuff. This you have to buy from a landscape supply company. So we have one, it's called All Pro around here. And I guess this is their own mix, or at least their own brand that they have. So you can see on the side of the bag there. One perk, if you have a firewood company, you can get an account with those. You can use your, your business license, your sales license, your tax ID, and you can get yourself an account with one of those big supply companies. So you can get yourself some really nice landscape products, help take care of your property, and maybe sell a little business to anybody in your local area. You can see how saturated my wood pile is right now. It never gets like this from 1 or 2 days of rain, so you can tell we've had a very long period of rain. Hopefully that dries out pretty nice. That's a 2-cord rack that I'm actually going to use hopefully in the spring. That should be ready to go. All right, let's unbox this thing. All right, so what's in the box? Any guesses? If you know Wolfe Ridge, you might be able to figure this out pretty quick. It's definitely wrapped up really nice. So here it is. This is a 6-inch stroke limiter. So they make these in 3 different sizes. This is the smallest one. So there's a 6-inch, there's a 12-inch, and there's an 18-inch. And they tell you right on their website if they'll fit your log splitter from Wolfe Ridge. So the stroke on my 35 high output is 24 inches. When I put this on, it's going to limit that to 18 inches. So it's not going to be able to cycle back as far, which is really going to speed up our total cycle time. So all my firewood is cut to 16 inches. Make sure you take that into consideration before you buy one of these so you get the right size. So it's going to give me 2 inches of wiggle room to get logs in here, which is going to be plenty of room for me. Like I said, I don't cut anything over 16 inches. Sometimes it'll vary by an inch, but nothing more than that. So what I'm going to do, you saw in the beginning of the video, we got the chain sharpened up on the steel. So we're going to get some of these logs cut up over here, get a nice pile going next to the splitter, get this thing on, and give it a try. All right, I'm going to give my voice a little break and go do some cutting. Alright guys, we got a nice pile of logs ready to go. I'm pretty sure I know how this goes on. There were no instructions, but I think we'll be able to figure it out. And then I also got a couple totes prepped. I just bought a few more, so I still struggle to find these things in my area, the Harrisburg area. You just can't get them at a good price around here. I'm paying about $60 a piece. They're really good quality totes, so I'll keep buying a little bit here and there, and eventually they'll stack up. We'll run a couple logs through without this plate in there. We'll see what the cycle time is, and then we'll put this in and do a comparison. So let's get started. Alright, so I don't know if you could see those times or not, but they were all just over 9 seconds. I think they were right around like 9 seconds, 9.15 and 9.2 seconds. So try to spit that out. Alright, so let's see how this plate goes. It just kind of hooks on to this brace back here. One side goes around it. That side goes over it. And I think we got it. Let's just measure that. Yep, that's it. We are right on 6 inches. Just kind of sits on there loose, but that's not going to hurt anything. All it is just a stop for this plate as it comes back. So let's fire this thing back up and see how much of a difference that makes. Alright guys, so the average time with the Wolfe Ridge 6-inch stroke limiter on my 35 high output with the standard 24-inch stroke was 6.7 seconds. So pretty good. So we went from 9.2 to 6.7. So that is a pretty good increase in time for just over $100. They're not cheap, but they're very well built. They're really easy to put on. Actually, let me show you. We'll take it out of here and I'll show you how this thing goes in. I'll try to do this with one hand. So that plate is in two pieces. Let's see. This is the top piece here. Right, so you got this piece, and that little hook right there hooks right on. Hooks right on there. Right, and then the other one just sits right on the other side, like that. So, slide that one in, like so. It just sits all the way back. And then this guy just slides right over top, hook it onto here. And you're in. Alright guys, if you are looking for an easy way to speed up the cycle time on your Wolfe Ridge log splitter, their limiter plates are the way to go. Plus they're a whole lot safer. So what I would do before, now like I said, this had a 24-inch cycle length. So what I would always do is try to get the next log in there before my retract lever tripped. So what you do is you pull both of these levers down, the split cycle runs down, and then once it gets all the way back, it trips the auto retract lever, and you gotta pull them both down again. So I would run a log through, grab the piece that still needed resplit, try to get it on there and get that split handle down again before I trip the retract. So you're kind of playing a dangerous game because you're working around a very, heavy duty, powerful machine that can easily crush your hand. So with this, I don't have to worry about it. I know it's only going to go back so far, and I'm not just going to be sitting here waiting for this thing to cycle back as I have my 16-inch log sitting in there. So really, really impressed with this limiter plate. Easy to put in there and shaved off about 2.5 seconds from our cycle time. So if you have a Wolfe Ridge log splitter, reach out to them, get onto the website, and get yourself one today. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. I am going to work through as much of this pile as I can today. What I'm doing is loading up this tote with the red oak, and that stack over there is going to be all the white oak that I'm splitting in there because the white oak is almost dry. So that stuff's pretty old. It'll be ready probably by spring or summertime. The red oak's going to need a year plus. So, all right, guys, thanks for joining me. Hit that like button, and I will see you on the next one.